the greenest parts of the world. And let's say, how important is travel in your architecture, and how important will travel be for future architects? Ladies, you're on.
Okay. So yes, of course, whatever we are studying in classes, obviously we need that practical learning. So I also felt when I was studying architecture, bachelor's in architectures in India, Dehradun. So there was a point missing that uh, I couldn't study it practically. It should be from the university, it should be from the college. I know I made my efforts as an individual to study it practically, go to sites, that is okay. But it should be embedded in the system that whatever you are being taught, you have to experience it. You have to, I mean, be. It's so nice that when you study some construction in your class, and you experience that cement or concrete or brick from your hand, it's amazing to feel. You have to, I mean, each child should do that, each student should do that, and it should be embedded in the system. So obviously, and about traveling, yeah, obviously it when you travel to places, you explore the different kinds of culturally different architectures. So, and the reasons behind it, why they took, maybe the climate factors, maybe the economic factors, maybe the culture, people factors. So that obviously increases our knowledge. And then also, according to when we come back to our place, focusing on our specific place, learning from different places, gathering the best points, and making it more realistic or maybe artistic to our own
according to the own circumstances. Actually, you are traveling, you are getting experience worldwide, but it doesn't mean that you are allowed to you are supposedly allowed to implement all of your experience at a one place. No, it shouldn't be like this. You should have to decide by your own self that okay, the lot of experience you already taken, and what you want to implement according to your own circumstances, because everything is not implementable, will not give you a productivity according to your own circumstances. So your decision should be according to the own scenarios or the circumstances which you have in your own cities. Maybe the thing which I am getting fit for the Netherlands, it will not going to implement in Pakistan or India in a productive way. So
you're trying to say that travel does not play that much of an thing. I'm sure the boys have something else to say on the same front. Who's taking up this topic, boys? Akshay or Akhil? Akshay. Go for it, Akshay.
Yeah, I think travel plays a very pivotal role in design terms, because it gives you a new, fresh idea, fresh perspective to look at things. It brings in a lot of learning opportunities. It helps you to collaborate with different people over there when you travel. It gives you a point where to understand a different country and to understand how you can implement something back to your...
Exactly. And that could mean it could implement the design, the foundation.
Something new to the table when you're moving, when you're traveling. It always helps you innovate. Yeah, so it always helps you to innovate, think of new ideas, look at different design problems and solutions in multiple ways. So I think travel really helps you a lot, and especially not just travel, but when you're traveling, when you're meeting with new people, when you're collaborating, and that's when it hits the point that, okay, when you travel and you collaborate, you can bring something new to your own country when you're back.
Makes sense. That puts me to a very important point. I mean, one of the oldest civilizations in the world, which is known for its architecture, right? Harappa, Indus Valley. I mean, people who've traveled there are learning stuff about plumbing from stuff that was made 5,000 or 7,000 years ago. So I don't know how that could be. Anyway, considering that we've got the travel aspect of it, if there is any point that anyone wants to rebut on or have more clarity on, y'all can raise your hand. But we'll have to really do this very quickly. We've surpassed 1 hour. So anyone has any points on this, or can we just move to the summary now, children? Summary, yeah. Okay. Anum, quickly, Queen. Yeah.
Okay, I'm very much agree with the Akshay. That's I want to say. That's okay. That the traveling really. I also like to travel because that's increase your knowledge. But guys, please make sure that the decision you are taking is according to the circumstances. You are definitely learning by the traveling. That's a very big thing. But the implementation is according to your own city. So you should have focused. Yeah.
Of course. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Anu. Now we'll quickly move on to the most interesting part. Well, actually not the most interesting part, but of course, summary, what you guys have learned something new today, or is there any other point? And make this really quick. I'll give each of you all 45 seconds to a minute. Okay, we are starting with SR, whose hand is up. Go for it, SR.
So, in my bachelor's, I felt, not in my bachelor's, from my childhood, studying in India, I felt that I had and maybe it was more in college, in bachelor's in architecture, that there was a kind of distance between the teacher and the student. So obviously respect is the other thing, but the point is what in Netherlands now, it is respect is always different, but the freeness to express yourself as a student, as a human being, is very important, and which I never I got a chance. Obviously I had great supervisors back in India too, but the system
you're trying to tell us that the teachers that you have today are more like buddies and friends who are very, very accessible,
yeah.
And that's what's making a huge difference.
Yes. So obviously they are not your buddies, but the point is they make them even feel you that if for example, if I ask them one question, and they are known as experts and they don't know the answer, so they will just say that Srishti, I don't know, maybe I will check it later and get it back to you.
So they won't give you false information, they will check it up and then they will give you. Makes sense.
You first explore it till the time you don't get the answer, then I will also search, you also come, we sit together, then it is like that. So
makes sense.
Yeah, so it should be
okay. Thank you so much, Srishti.
Very free, so that the student don't feel the gap of communication between the student and the teacher, because it's about learning, educating, and becoming a good human being later. And
makes sense. Thank you so much for that point. I'll take it to the boys now. Let's keep it a 1+1. Oh, who's coming on now? Akshay, you want to give your summary? Try and tell us more that you learned today from the lovely ladies or your fellow panelists.
Yeah, one thing I learned from these ladies was you should always have a holistic and interdisciplinary approach whenever you're designing, and especially having urban planning and sustainability and green products in your mind, which helps make your buildings greener and your environment greener and helps people around you. And the other thing I was really interested was the way the education system runs over there and the way it is different here. So we can try and bring something positive from what these people had to say and try and implement in our education system. So it was really great learning, and I think we would love to collaborate with these people in future, wherever and whenever it's possible.
Point noted. Some business transaction is happening here. I want my sweat equity. Okay, I want sweat equity. I want a stake in the company. Please remember me. Okay, it's to you, Sarah. Now your summary, lovely.
I just want to point out that in our class, the urban management class, we're actually, one of us mentioned earlier that we're all from diverse disciplines. There are economists, there are lawyers, there are agriculturists, environmentalists. So you find that our urban cities can be managed by people from any kind of discipline. It's not only the architects or we that are in the construction industry, because we're talking about health also, where the medicals will come in. So I feel that we shouldn't see, because we are the leaders of future leaders of tomorrow, we shouldn't feel that we cannot make an impact tomorrow. There are leaders, mayors all over the world that we hear that are bringing change to their cities and they are leaving legacies that others want to copy. One of our classmates that is from Albania said they have a mayor somewhere in Albania that is he's captivated by the way Obama ruled the US. He tries to do everything that Obama has done, and he's making an impact and people like him. So I think that if we have the will, we can actually make impact. Yes, we will have the way to be able to make impact tomorrow. Starting small, from small towns and small cities, gradually we can grow. And honestly, believe me, if we can get like a couple of hundreds of people with our own kind of thinking, the world will change.
Brilliant. Wise words there, Sarah. Thank you so much, Sachit. Your summary, Sachit?
Yes, hi. I really like the way the education system was placed out. Like how they are really clear, very clear about the learning practices, the library that they mentioned. It's really nice, and it's something that I would recommend back in my college also, saying that we should look at some system like that. And also, I was really happy to look at the global exposures and young new ideas coming up, and how everyone is serious about the sustainability, the green, and the whole concern towards this nature. So that's a good learning from this session. I'm happy about that.
Rishabh, your voice is off.
Rishabh,
I keep forgetting that I'm muted myself. I'm so sorry. Now our lovely Pakistani queen, we have your summary.
Yeah, thank you guys. It's a really interactive session and really we learned with each other. That's a really interactive way. And for me, I can only summarize in a one sentence that we should have to explore the world's beauty by integrating nature and technology. That's our real sustainability. So we discussed a lot of things, and really we should have to integrate nature and technology in a sustainable way to make our cities work.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Akhil, wise words from you, my man.
I guess my fellow speakers, as I would say right now, because I'm really enlightened by what they have to offer, I've summarized all of it. Actually, I don't think I have anything to add, but I would like to just add that I think the only thing that's missing here is probably the bureaucracy. And like Sachit said, you need to bridge something between the bureaucracy and the designers. See, we are all designers here and everybody has a lot of ideas, but I just think they need lobbyists. You need a good lobbying person, and that's about it. All the practices will be implemented. I know what you're doing,
Akhil. You want me to get them here so that I can get murdered like in 1 week or something, huh? You're getting all the problems out. This is what you're going to do. Boom, bam, boom. Thank you so much, Akhil. Anyway, it was brilliant to have all 6 of y'all. Anu, you have a point? Okay, before we lose Anu.
Yeah, for Akhil, I agree. That's really, Akhil, we made a good lobby. See, we countries like Pakistan, India, Nigeria, we all at a one platform. So that's our success. That you never find like India and Pakistan, and we are really having a good lobby. And we are thinking in a very technocratic way. So that's our best thing for today's discussion.
I'm sure. I agree. I totally agree.
Exchange our knowledge. So that will be a really good lobby.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone.